Good evening. How are y'all doing tonight? Or is there anybody even here? Here's my countdown since I don't know how to put that on the thing. It looks like I don't know if it includes myself, but there's 3 of us in here. All right. I moved it up an hour. Gives us more chance of a talk. And I had some issues. And I almost just canceled the whole thing. But I hate to do that to you guys. So, yeah, I was going to do a little soldering tonight. Well, I decided to practice a little bit, and I can't get my solder to stick. So I'm doing something wrong because I just suck at soldering. That's all there is to it. Hi, John Tucci. How you doing? Kind of just decided to have a chat tonight. Well, maybe a couple of little surprises here and there. But, see, they're only down to 2. I had 3. Now I only have 2. And John's the only one talking. Anyway. Anything new going on with you, John? No? Well, yeah. I have all these lights for things. Whoa, that's bright. Let's see if we can bounce that off of things. Make it a little broader. That's not going to work, is it? This is why I do the lights, so I can practice this stuff. Wait a minute. Let's get a dimmer switch on it. Let's dim it down. This is what not to do when you're trying to do a live. Let's see. I get lower. Is that a little better? I'm going to turn it that way. Once I figure out all this lighting, we might be all right. Just hanging around, huh? Hoping you're hoping I'll entertain you is what it is, right? Well, I'm going to certainly try, but, best laid plans seem to fail for me. Let's wait to see if a few more people come in or not. Oh, there's show 7. How you doing, Gary? Good evening. I'll do the wave. I actually get to do the real wave now. No, like I said, I moved it up an hour, so I probably threw everybody off. I just wanted more room for people to be able to talk. What's up, PNW? The Fingers. How you doing, my brother? The Fingers is everywhere, man. How you doing, Ted? That's right. It's the Wildman having crap luck this evening. Oh, how'd that tornado go for you? The Fingers. Well, I think we're all good fellas. Are we not? Yeah, my original project, guys, was since I got a few of you in here and you're all saying hi to each other, was to try and get this. I was going to solder the chassis together a little bit and on live TV, so everybody could see that I actually did it. But I was practicing a little bit just before the show, and none of it's sticking. I don't know if I just didn't scrape enough off. I don't know if my flux has gone bad, or it may be the solder I'm using. So I'm going to look a little further into that. I thought I was going to be able to do that. So, I guess I could show you a little bit of it, right? I had set it up. Here, let me bring the camera over this way for a minute. trying to jump right into anything or anything. I'm in no hurry. Let's swap this around. That way I can bring the angle down. So basically this is where I was at. And I can bring it up because I got it all pinned together. But got my axles figured out. I've got everything pinned up. And I can take it out. So, like I can take this piece out so I can actually solder it. But the problem was I started up here. Sorry if a cigarette's in the way. I started up here, and it just, I used the flux, and it soldered down. But then when I tried to see if it was, I could still move this, and it's already in there tight. So I'll have to readjust that because I moved it. But I'm not sure. Tad might be able to answer that question. Yeah, I got this, and I got the same stuff that Harry uses over on Homeworld Racing. I got a big bottle of that. I had bought it, but it hadn't come in by the time I was ready to work with Dave on the first 132 car. So I went out and picked this up, and just to make sure I had it. And so yeah, this is what I was using. This is what spilled the other night. It like ate the cap right off. So I got that on my toe and everything else the other night. Let's see, who else did it? Hey, Pistol Pete. Let's see, Slot Car Hub. We got all the Aussies coming in here. All right. I thought I saw somebody say Shane earlier, so let me scroll back up here for a second. Start from the top. Who do we got in here? Of course, we got John Tucci, Gary, P&W, The Fingers, Tad. Let's see. Slot Car Hub. I could have sworn I've seen. Got Pistol Pete. Oh, there he is. Shane's in here. He's messing with some hardened steel. Oh. Let's see here. Yeah. So I think everybody's catching up. Has everybody said hi to everybody already? So that's where we have to start, right? The solder originally came with a soldering iron I got, and I don't know if I can show that to you very well. It's just a thin solder, but it was a reel of it. And then the next kit I got something that was a little thicker, but I wanted to use the thinner part for it. This stuff, I don't even probably ever use it, but maybe I need to go buy some new solder. I'm not even sure the calibration or melt flow ratio on this or anything. I can't hardly see it. So it was just a 5-ounce NTE. That look anything familiar? Let me see if I get that NTE in there. Here. Well, it did focus. See, I can see it better on the screen than I can see trying to read it. Yeah, the thinner solder. That's what I was always told. So I was going to use that. I think I have plenty to do this one car, but it was not. It stuck on the 132. That's the same thing I used on the 132 car. So I'm not sure what the difference was, or well, because it's been longer. I mean, as I shown this the other day. I mean, I got that stuff all over the place. Never messed with soldering before in my life. But it looked good on the underneath. Other than I didn't clean the body when I put the flex on, so there's a little bit of rust right there. But yeah. So I had practice. I thought, no problem. I'll just do a little test on this real quick, and I'll have some of it started before we even get started tonight. But so I tried starting there, and it's not sticking. So I'm doing something wrong. I don't know if I have the heat high enough. I had it on 3.5, just like it's just like Harry's. So I had it on 3.5. Let me move the bottle out of the way. Yeah, 3.5, and almost 4. I kind of just set it up according to what his was because that's what he uses. So I'm not sure what I did. That yours looks too gray. Hey, that's part of the subject I was going to bring up tonight. I ain't no professional. Uh, I'm I've had a slot car track for 4 years. I just got really involved with it last year, about the same time Marty did. Marty was live before me, and I was just going to follow along with Marty, and then all of a sudden, boom! He took off in a different direction. He just took off at warp speed, and I couldn't keep up. Uh, as most of you know, MP slot car was my first subscribed to channel. I loved his stuff. Still do. That's pretty good. He got a nice track layout, but solder should be no larger than 1.5 times the thickness of what you're soldering. Well, I might have to go thinner, huh? I'll probably just have to go to Lowe's and pick some up. So I apologize. That was my big plan for this. That was the big part of the show, and then I was going to show you guys that I could do. Anybody could do this, and, and I'm telling you, I screwed it up. It didn't work the way it was supposed to. I mean, I got some other things progress. I got that set up, so it's ready to go. I just got to get the solder. A couple other things. You guys heard me talk to Harry the other night about colors. So I went and picked up the colors. This is a light gunmetal is what I was going for, because it has a slight, you probably can't see it in this, but it's got a slight hint of green in it. And then what Harry was saying, I didn't understand at the time, but I went to ABC Hobby. Tab knows this one, or at least knows the place. And I had Scott help me out. I said, I'm trying to get this without a real high gloss shine. So I told him that David told me about satin. So got that. And then this is the satin. He says it'll have a little bit of shine with the paint, but then you paint over this, the satin will bring it back down. And I should get the results I'm looking for. So we had a nice little conversation about that. I hope the guy's knowledgeable. He's got a lot of model cars. Anybody who lives around here, there's not too many places to go. It's ABC Hobby, or you can go to, I always forget them. Hobby USA, which is kind of a mainstream store, but they're more into the RC cars. So they got a little bit of here and there of other things, but yeah. Hey, Shotgun, how you doing? Yeah, I think I need to get a better wire brush and put it on the drill and just clean up everything a little better. I just used a regular wire brush, toothbrush kind of thing, and I don't think it's scratching well enough. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do something different. I think that's what I did last time, was put the drill bit in the drill bit. I put it in a vise and then, cleaned off all the edges and everything. So, yeah, like I said, I got the axles lined up. Everything's lined up. I just got to get it to take the solder. And that seems to be where my problem is. Dave, I'm sure you weren't here when I did the paint, but I did get the gunmetal gray. If I can get this camera to work right. So gunmetal gray. It does have you can't see it in the camera. There's a slight hint of green in it, which is what I was looking for. And then he said to put the satin over the top of it. That's what my hobby guy said. He said that'll dull down the shine from the paint. Does that sound about right? I'm sorry, you were saying hi to everybody. I apologize. Dad, I'll take any information I can get at this moment. What is your favorite slot car wild? Yeah, that's what I didn't understand what you were saying when I went in there. I was telling him what you were telling me about getting something with a satin, and he goes, he's never heard anything like that. He goes, no, what you want to do is purchase the paint, and then he goes, you go back over it with the satin, which will dull it down, so you ain't got the high gloss shine. So, yeah, he knew what you were saying. I did not. So, yeah, I picked that up today, just so I have it, and yeah, I had him look it up online on the at the car so we could kind of match up the paint real well. And again, don't forget to go to your hobby shop, guys, if you have any around. I mean, they're a dying breed. There's not very many of them left. Uh, anything you can do to help them keep them going. You know, they got to feed families, and they're bringing hobbies, which, you know, unless you're, you know, the slot car thing's getting bigger, but it's not. Yeah, it looks like I nailed it. Yeah, I think I did. But then, yeah, I get home and I couldn't nail this part. So I tried to solder. I'll repeat myself real quick. Yeah, Dave, I came back and I thought, well, I'll just solder the tongue in place because I had it in place. Everything's in place. So I thought, well, I'll just solder that in real quick before the show, just so I can make sure I still know what I'm doing as far as soldering, and nothing was sticking, even with the flux. So it just ball up, and I think I'm gonna have to get a different solder. I have never painted with an airbrush. My dad is a model car enthusiast since he was a kid, and he's 74 now. And matter of fact, he's getting ready to send me a bunch of models because he, as he put it, he's not gonna be able to finish them before his time's up. So it sounds grim, but he's like, he wanted to give them to somebody who would actually take care of them and do something with them. And I actually asked him about it at one time. So I said, you know, he has a house in California, and he's got a house at Virginia Beach. And anyway, he's got models at both places. It's crazy. And so yeah, he's got, and he's one of those guys who will start the model and then go, oh, I got it this far, I'll put it down in the box. I want to work on this one for a little while. So I imagine when I get some of them, they're going to be partly done. And yeah, I'm not paying attention to the chat again. Shotgun, my clear coat order is on. Oh, you ordered some of that stuff Dave was talking about the other day. It's set. Dad, I was saying that it's set up. I got the same one as it's the 40 watt that Harry has at Homeward Racing, and I set mine according to what his gauge was to a video I saw from 3 years ago, which he says he never goes above 3 3/4 on it. So I put mine. He goes 3.5 to 3/4. So I kind of put it right in there. That's where I started at. Maybe I need to go a little hotter? Yes, Gary, I plan to do that. Because he's actually kind of excited about it, but he goes, I'm too old to be learning those new tricks. I'm like, never too old. But turn it all the way up. I could try that. But now I'm a little shy about it. Yes, hotter. Okay. What's that? Oh, well, Slot Car Hub, I'm glad you stopped in, though. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'll have to try it a little bit hotter. However, here's the problem with going to the hobby shop. You always bring more home than you planned on. So I bought me another Oldsmobile. And I actually said something to him, so I'm going to tell this little story. This is a 1971 Olds 442. And I said, well, you know, I was born in 1972. I was like, well, don't you have a 72? And I got a story with it. And believe it or not, now I'm going to tell you the story. So in 1971, they had plans to change the car for 1972, but they went on strike. So the car didn't change, but they wanted to make a slight change. So if you're looking at this car, 1971, the lights were completely silver around all the bulbs. And the 1972 model, it was all black except for the outside edge was chrome. That's why in 1973, the whole body completely went wide. It was supposed to happen in 72, but because of the strike, it did not happen. I thought that'd be an interesting story to bring up. So yeah, that's the difference. So you said if you want to make it look like a 72, I'll paint the interior of the light lenses black, and then put the chrome edge on the outside. So that's probably what I'll do to make it a 72, because that was the only difference in the car. So, somebody else leaving? $800 to 900 degrees to solder it. See? I'll have to do that. Yeah, I didn't know how much the brass could take before it starts. I mean, I figured the solder, 40 watts is not going to do it. But anyway, so that was a nice little interesting story. I just thought I'd share that with you because I didn't know anything about a strike. I was born in 72. What would I know about it? But I thought that was an interesting story. So now I have two Oldsmobiles in the 125th scale. I've got one Oldsmobile in 132nd that I built on my printer. And I've got two of these 55. I got to buy more kits. Which I talked to him about that too. I mean, it's easy to go to get the sock car corner because I'm new to it. But I think it'd be, maybe I'm wrong. Wouldn't it be cheaper to buy it in bulk, like buy the long rods of say this, and then cut what you need each time? I mean, would you save money in the long run? And then your piano wire and your, I can't hurt the brass. Okay. I'm a little leery of it, just because I failed before I came on here. So now I'm scared to even mess with it. But lack of confidence again. So I'll have to have a private lesson from you, Dave. But yeah, because I wanted to do it tonight, do it in front of camera, because I remember George saying Monday night how he, Marty didn't do his in front of camera, and he was going to apologize to him for getting mad at him. I'm like, well, I don't want to make that mistake. But then also today, I received in that blue Polycar WRX. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. Let's do that while we're here. I'm trying to talk to you guys too, though. Yeah, this is one I don't think I have a blade knife in here. I do not. It's just a box, right? With really good tape on it. Yeah, I never learned how to weld. I mean, we had an intro to the industrial arts in school when it was still available, which is they don't even offer anymore. But I never got to the welding part. I've done foundry. I've done the woodwork, which I love. Minutely. I got all kinds of stuff on this. I don't want to notch that. Yeah, I wish they'd bring it back though, because Pistol Pete, you got a Volkswagen with the split window, Japanese model. I imagine that probably cost you a little bit of cash. Well, hello, Dojo. Yeah, the chassis is looking good except for the solder. I'll get it, guys. I swear I will. I've been at a year and I still act like I'm the newbie around here. Which, like I said, I was going to explain a little bit of that tonight. But so here's that. So I was talking about the rubber mirrors. You can move those all around, and nothing's gonna. I mean, I haven't done anything. I don't have any oil or stuff in here, but like I said, I have the BRZs, and I looked again today. Still can't find any other one other than the blue one. So for now, I'll just have to suffice with this blue one, which I think looks really good. I'm not seeing any flaws in the paint really. Maybe a little bit in the molding right here. I do know that these have working front headlights. I do not think they have the tail lights, if they're like the BRZs. But not a bad looking car. If I can get it in camera, not a bad looking car. Hey, DG, how you doing? Pat Slots, how you doing? You're going to be a part of my conversation this evening. If people hadn't checked out your channel, I was laughing. You had some good ones there the other night. I can't even remember. I can't put one right up front, but yeah. I was like, man, he's actually cracking me up. And you talk about me laughing at me, but I was like, yeah, he's cracking me up. Uh, go back up here just for a few. Let me see. Switch the camera back around. Yes, I'm wearing a robe because I'm a robe kind of guy. Actually, I'm in the basement. It's cold, and I like the cold. But yeah. Like I said, I moved it up an hour, so now everybody's starting to show up. I got discouraged. That's what happened. So I was going to talk about that a little bit. I got discouraged over the whole solder thing, and I was like, man, I can't go live tonight. I don't have anything really prepared. That was my big plan. And still talk to you guys about things. Uh, yeah. So what do I have to talk about now? I showed you a couple of the things I picked up. Got that one in. Now I did tell you guys that I had originally canceled from 132 slot cars. I'd ordered the 240Z and the Opel Cadet. I think it's purple and green, kind of like the Joker. Oh, so I guess they didn't get my message. So yesterday I get 4 emails saying both cars are on their way. So I was like, well, yeah. And the reason I had canceled was I was a little upset with how the operation was running. I pre-ordered cars before, and I usually get a good response within a reasonable amount of time. I had to contact him, and then he says, "Yeah, I'll get those out today. I'll charge your card." Blah 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 blah. Well, then that didn't even happen. So we went another week, and there was still nothing on the card. So I was just like, I'm just going to cancel these orders because they're BRMs, and like I said, I'm more of a NSR guy, but you own the skill. What happens? Cool looking dude. I wouldn't go that far. Let's see here. Love the trains, by the way. See, I always try to do something like that on the interior of my track, but because I cross, it's very hard to make it. You can move a slot car track over the trains, but it's hard to get a train to go over the slot car track. Well, I guess it's the same either way. Because you're going up, you got to go up. Basically, you got to go up like 5 inches, 5 and on an O scale. You go up 5 something inches, and then slot car. I mean, you don't have to take the train up probably 3 inches above it, but it's just having that ramp before you get to it to get up to that point. But because like if I want to go up 5 inches on the train track, it's going to take me 16 foot ramp to get there properly. Or yeah, and then they say the same to go back down, but you can just let it run down the hill as long as it ain't going too fast into a corner and derail the whole train. But so yeah, I like both trains and slot cars in my layouts. This all started off of a Christmas Village thing. Then I ran into some slot. I said, I'd like to put some slot cars on here. I've told this story before, but a lot of you guys are new. So it started off as just a Christmas Village, and I got a slot car table, and I had it running around with the slot cars one year. And then my wife got a battery-operated train she won at work for Christmas, and it was the Lionel Polar Express in the G scale. So I tried to implement it on the lot or on the layout. Of course, yeah, I couldn't run it. I could only run it in a straight line, and it basically had a dead end. So I just kind of parked it there and just used it as a scenery piece. But then after Christmas, I said, I'm going to get some trains because I used to love those when I was a kid. And I'm going to make all of these work together. Guys, I've had the track for 4 years is what I said. And then I've had my train for 3 years. And I'm just now getting somewhat close to having the layout I was trying to get. But I mean, I was wanting more interaction on both levels, but that's why I do the Christmas thing. It's always just that. Everybody always feels good around Christmas time. Everybody's nice to each other. Everybody's polite. I've always liked that feeling. And so anybody that comes around, I want to share that same, so they have that same feeling when they come over. I don't have any grandkids yet, but eventually I will. I got 5 kids. Let's see here. You have the Retro Lancer from 3. I am not sure on that one, but that one is from 4. So I guess I could pull back and show you a little bit. I do a lot of gears. I've got quite a bit. Not everything, but I do try. I think that one, it's got the blood on the end of the chainsaw. I'm thinking that one was from 3 also. I got it for Christmas from one of my sons. So, yeah, Gears of War, my favorite game. They just announced they're going to a Gears of War prequel. I don't know when it's going to be released yet, but I feel pretty good about it. I don't play too many video games. I say I'm a gamer. I'm not. I started off with Halo, got into Gears of War. I just love the storyline of Gears of War. That's where I have the most fun. But anyway, most of the time I'm not serious on my channel. I think that throws some people off because I don't show the seriousness that some other people do. So I thought I'd explain a little bit about that. I don't have to. I want to. I was never really into race cars, other than street racing. Saw that a lot when I was a kid, and I lived in a small town, so that happened all the time. So having race numbers on the side of the car, and that, that's just, it's usually the car design that I'm going after. It's not that I don't like racing. I like F1. But most of my life was about street cars. Yeah. Well, and I think some people take it too seriously. Sometimes we forget that other people are, it's supposed to be a fun hobby. It's supposed to be something to go to relax to break away from, I try not to cuss too much, but the bullshit of this world. And I enjoy it. I really do. I've met all you. I've met all you guys through chat, but I think it's great. I freaking love it. And then like Pat here. Yeah, you did that thing. I was like, wow, I finally get to see who he is. And you did a good job. That video was really good. I like the call out. And then I was really on board with that scale electric because I was like, hey, yeah, I agree with you on that. If you guys haven't checked out his videos on those, he's got 2 videos out right now. You need to check them both out. He's definitely somebody to watch. So, yeah, just unplug it and roll it down the driveway. I love that. That was really good. I thought he'd be a bit taller. Right, Shane? Thought you'd be a bit taller. Yeah. And I'm thanks again for the mentions. I'm just glad I reach out to some people, I want to have fun and make it. There's quite a few of us that I think that like just doing that. I'm not serious into the high tech tuning up my cars. Not that I don't want to tune them up. I just don't get into the full detail of it yet. I haven't taken it seriously enough to that. I'm still building a track, for God's sake, after over a year of doing this here. So that's because you got to change your track all the time, trying to find what you're looking for. And that's why it's not complete. I think some people get thrown off by that as well. Because I only have so much time in a day, and it all can't revolve. Well, I try to make it revolve around my hobby, but I do have some other things in life I have to do. We all do, right? Yeah, I suck at tuning as well, DJ. I just, it'll be there. Yeah, you're right, Dave, and that's kind of what I'm doing now. That's kind of what I wanted to focus on, just the Cobra car right now. I wanted to break things down instead of showing you videos of, hey, this is my track again. Still haven't done that. Still haven't done that. Still haven't done that. But here's a little piece I did do, you know. And I'd love to run cars with times eventually. It's just I don't see a point in running times on a track that's not ready yet. What's that with Shane? Shane, are you talking about trying to get all these Aussies together again? Yeah, you're right, Ted. Everybody enjoys this hobby in a different way, and that's what's great about all these channels. They were talking about it in Shenanigans tonight, you know, and I was like, yeah, there's somebody was asking if they thought there was room for more content providers. There's room for everybody, man. It's a little harder. Don't get me wrong. Since I've been in it, it's getting a little harder to watch everybody's at the right time. But yeah, DJ, you know the Aussies. Yeah, I ain't worried about them. I mean, see how easy I got Betty away from Shane. No problem. Uh, so I'm not. I don't need to look out. Well, hey, Chris P, how you doing? If I've missed anybody, I apologize. I wasn't trying to. I just tried to focus this way. You know, um, trying to cover a few things. But yeah, that was on my thing. I wanted everybody to take a look at your channel because not everybody knows you're out there yet. I think Shenanigans mentioned you as well tonight. So, uh, well, I know they did. So they put your name out there as well. So maybe some people can see your videos because you know not everybody knows you're out there yet. But anyway, what are some questions maybe some people have, or maybe there's some questions I can answer. I don't know. Please hit. And that's the other thing. I'd love you to subscribe, like, and subscribe, but I'm not a numbers guy. I do this just purely out of just having fun and be able to talk to you guys. There's some interesting conversations that go on in these chats. I think that's why I like the live. I want to believe that, DJ. You know, I think everybody. So it's just a good community. Period. It's been that way since the beginning. Now there's been a couple upsets here and there, but I think you're going to have that when people try to butt heads every once in a while. But no, it's all on a different. Everybody's got a different perspective of how things should go. We again discussed that in the other channel. Raul and it was Raul, Nico, and Joe on there tonight. Most of you were probably there. It is. I won't lie. Yeah, you're right. The fingers. The community's been the best part of it because I did that with train communities, and man, they're not as friendly. Because I was trying to figure out different things. There's a few of them that were good to talk to, but the rest of them, it was like pulling teeth to talk to them about anything. It's like they didn't want to share their secrets, but then they were posting videos about it. I was just trying to get more detail. Hey, Daniel, how you doing? Well, I think they still are the fingers. I still look at them from time to time because I got certain people I've subscribed to, and quite a few of them aren't even posting anymore. So, like, what was that one? I can't remember his name, but his logo was basically "It's my train." You know, don't tell me how to do it because this is mine, and that's how it should be with slot cars too. You know, everybody's not going to agree with one particular slot car track. It's just do something with it. You know. God, I apologize. Like I said, I was going to cancel because I ran out of information, but I did use the body. See, I think I'm zoomed in too far. But yeah, I did use the body to come up with the layout. And again, people who weren't here. I guess I could try and show it to you a little bit. It just needs to be soldered, and then I gotta get my wheelbase and cut it. Of course, put the motor in, all the fun stuff, right? No, the fun stuff's when you get it done. I'll have fun while I'm building it, though. That's really what it comes down to. And I plan to build a lot of just muscle cars. I can just line up on the shelf with no numbers on them, just nice paint jobs and just the classics. I think I told Dave that I like the 50s and 60s cars. I do like a little bit of the 70s and 80s, but not like those weren't classic cars to me. 50s and 60s were. So those are the cars I kind of just grew up liking. So that's probably most of us. But I know Dave does the 30s and 40s. Probably does them all. That's what he's going to tell me. But so what's everybody got going on new? The 68 Roadrunner? Good car. Whatever blows your... Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't think we have any females in here to say, yeah, whatever blows that screwed up. I don't know. He had some more models in there when I came in tonight, and I hadn't seen them before, so I don't know if they're new or if they're something he picked up somewhere. Or he had the Cornettes, I can't remember that one, what it was. He's got a little bit of everything in there. Oh, I didn't see No Drama come in there. No Drama, welcome! You're not late. I don't have a time frame. Well, okay, 9:30 is my time frame, which is 7:42 now. I got to go to bed by then. I mean, tomorrow's Friday. I got to get done early so I can go home. Like today, I just went and had my truck worked on, took a trailer over, got it washed out. Just kind of did odds and end things because they didn't plan for me to have anything. Things are slow. Your Thunder Slot's coming Saturday. And who did you order that from? Chris? No, I haul plastic, believe it or not. I pick up from a rail line and take it over to the main plant. Berry Plastics, if anybody knows who that is. They make a lot of your McDonald's cups and stuff like that. But they have to be supplied, so they usually do it by rail. Well, they can't get all their rail cars on site, so there's a couple of them out there in the middle of nowhere, and I go out and get them and bring them over to them. And it's usually a daily thing, but here lately it'll hit real hard, and then it'll just disappear for a while. No. This was originally just my game room. This is a small 9x9 room. I live in a bi-level house, so the room outside of here was where I originally had the slot car track, if anybody remembers seeing the first video. But then I moved it to another room that used to be, it was never that way when I owned the house, but it was a garage. And that was my Christmas room, which I had, 2 to 3 Christmas trees up, the fireplace, I'm sure you've seen the fireplace in the background, and sometimes you might see the Christmas tree, but that's the biggest room in the house. So that way I could go out 20 feet. I could go a little further, but I'm a big guy anyway. I don't like squeezing around the back side of the table, let alone squeeze around the whole entire table. So yeah, Betty has a great life, but she's not with me. You got more what? More. Sorry. Betty's having a bubble bath. Did Chris ever answer my question? Did I miss it? He said he has a car coming Saturday. No, he didn't want to answer me, I guess. Tad with Q-tips, right? uh, Shane, do you know when you're going to put your second video out? Not Shane. Sorry. Shotgun. Are you still awake, brother? Or are you eating dinner? Because it's getting close to 8 my time. That's usually about the time you start going to dinner. DJ, it was a cool room. I had we raised 5 kids here, plus a couple extras here and there. And so it was the biggest room, and I had, it was carpeted, Christmas trees, and the fireplace with the stockings hanging by it, and it stayed that way 24/7. That room stayed Christmas all year round. It was a hard decision for me to move the slot car in there. I still struggle with it around Christmas time. Oh, okay, Shotgun James here. Okay, yeah, I know. That's what I said. It's almost 8:00. You might be at dinner. I was asking, did you hear my question? I was asking when you might be doing the second video, part 2 of the 125 chassis. Because guys, I don't have to do it in front of you. You actually, y'all need to just watch Dave when we just start putting it together. That's what he's doing it for. Who's correct and hilarious? I'm missing part of this conversation. Finally made it to a live. Well, welcome. Yeah, he is. No, I'm not rushing. I just thought I'd ask since I had people here, and I know some of you are just doing your first builds. Is that correct? Show of hands. How many are doing their first build? Oh, I can't see your hands. I'm sorry. You can't hoist it up to the ceiling. Are you talking to me about raising my table? Well, the ventilation system goes through the middle of the room to feed the bedrooms up above. So it's hard for me to hoist it up unless I split it up. Because it's been thought. It's all right. I mean, now the kids come over. We do a little Christmas upstairs, which they don't really like it up there. But they're usually gone right after they eat. So they're like, well, thanks for dinner, but I'm out of here. They take whatever leftovers and leave me with nothing. And I'm off for the week of Christmas. So I've been off for the week of Christmas to New Year's for, I can't remember. It's been at least 20-something years. Let's see here. My track's getting pretty big. Yeah, you finished your. Yeah. Modified. Have you done your zipper top yet, Dave? By the way, smoke them if you got them. Dave, you can join me. Recovered nicely on. Oh, you still have to build the modified? No, you have to build the zipper top, right? Yeah. I didn't realize there was 3 categories, or I would have tried to jump in on one. That might motivate me a little faster, but that 55 is not going to work. And then it cut off at like 50, or is it 66? 65? I read it once. I can't remember all the details of the proxy. Oh, there's actually 4 categories. Damn, where did I miss that at? Well, hopefully. Yeah, I tried to. Actually, that 55 was supposed to be in a showdown last year, was it, Dave? And I got to the point I just couldn't figure out how to put the body on the car. Now, now that's the funny thing. I was looking at this, the body on the, or the shell of this. If you cut this out, I could lay the seats in here. The motor's going to be back here where I can cut this off. So I can still put the interior in on the car. And then with my Cobra character, camera, I could make another one, cut his head off, and put it on a driver. Oh, and then that goes inside the car. And I've been looking at printing drivers, but I use a filament printer, so I don't have the resin. It's not a smooth look. But I know we want to send them all, so that helps home racing world. Like send them up to Slot Car Corner. So if you guys need drivers for your builds, that's definitely where you want to look at, because Dave's got a bunch of them up there. Dave's my hero. You just got the Bear chassis. Yeah, my 132nd, that chassis runs really good. Okay, so 120, let's see here. Categories are 125th land barge, 125th zipper tops, 132 sportsman, and the 132. Okay. Gotcha. I'll have to look back at that. Because I got till what, July? That was happening in July. You're my hero, Dave. Especially after I get you in that Elvis costume and singing. I'll never let you forget that. Where'd Shotgun Gabe go? I think he just left the channel. No. He was singing one day, guys, and he was actually doing really good. I'm sure most of you have seen it. Oh, you haven't seen them yet? Well, they will be available at Slot Car Corner, along with the kits. They got the 125 kits, which is what we're working on now, and it'll have it on the top of the box, because that confused me at first. It was the same size box as the 132nd, so you got that, and it'll come with the all warrant, and it's got the special warning on the other side, so you guys all know. It'll tune in. But that's the 125th, and then you got the 132nd in the same box. So, and they're both the same price right now, or at least they were. Last time I looked, when I bought mine, I bought two of the 125s. The day they were mentioned that they were out. So, and it looks like I got to get at least two more of those and another 132 for the resin print or filament print Oldsmobile I have also. Racer X, how are we doing this evening? Let's see here. That would, what did the finger say? Hobby stock class. I know the whole idea is just to build the cars and have fun with it. Because now you get to build whatever you want to build for the most part, as long as it fits within the proxy measurements or details. Like I said, I was in Area 51s one night when they were all talking about the proxies, and I didn't realize that's what they were talking about. I came in late to the show, and everybody's like, "No, you need to read. You need to, I was like, "Oh, I wasn't entering the proxy. I thought we were talking about something else." So, kind of put my foot in my mouth there. Working on scenery. Yeah, I need to do that, but my first project is I'm going to slow down on how many projects I got going at one time. So this is my number one project. I'm going to work on that. The lives, I think going forward, it'll be more involved than what I just did because, like I said, I was going to solder this together, and I've decided not to do that. We're going to midgets again this year too. The only problem I have with the midgets is I don't get interested in them. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's just not my thing, but I know a lot of people like them. Build more 132 cars. And I think that a lot of people will like to do that. And like I said, Slot Car Corner has those kits too. And now the 132 is a little harder to find the cars you're looking for. That's why I originally printed the 132 Oldsmobile. Finally got it right, and then that's when they mentioned they got the 125 kits out. I was like, well, darn it. That sucked. I finally got it right. And was ready to build it. Then also I was like, well, I can build a 125 now. Not working on anything tonight. Your hands are kind of. I get that problem here from time to time lately. I can't keep my hands steady. No, I'm not knocking it. The fact that you guys do these proxies and they're all kinds of different cars throughout the year, and I watch them because I think it's cool. Yeah, yeah, because getting tired of probably staring at my face, and we've almost only been here about an hour. Sorry, I'm reading a little bit, guys. Now they still make those midget model kits. Are they 132 or are they 125? I can't remember. This is my chance to look like an idiot and ask all these questions. We need more challenge cars so Michael doesn't win the grand prize. They're actually 1/20th scale. Yes, I could. It wasn't hard the first time. Everybody knows I got Batman in my back pocket. I might win just on the looks alone if Betty's driving. You use the kit to build a midget chassis. I imagine I could probably resin print one, couldn't I? Well, I guess not because you wouldn't have the. Well, no, I guess you could. It's still the same kit, or still building with this kit, right? Sorry, sometimes I think too fast and I say things before my brain has time to process it. Uh, sure, Michael. Said no more cars. Now you're making me want to go build one real quick. Yeah, I don't use a resin printer. I'm using filament. I don't know if you saw that car. Let me grab it real quick. Just a sec. So, did my camera lock? There we go. My camera locked up. So this is. Let me bring more light over to it. So this is the resin print I made. Now, if you look at it carefully from this angle, You can see the lines in it. So I got a lot of sanding to do on it. But it took me a while to get it because I had to project the size of it. I made one before this one, and it actually came out 143. So this is real close to the 132, and I know that because I put the Chevelle body from Carrera up with it, and the wheels almost line up perfectly. But like I said, you gotta do some sanding because it does layers. So resin's a lot smoother. Does that make any sense? It's not bad. I wanted one, so I still have one for 132nd. I just got to put it together. I got to get the kit because I ordered 2 of the 125s and forgot to order the 132 kit. But then I got some acetate for windows, and where I could just put something in there to tint them. It's just a car for my own track. It's I just wanted to. I'm an Oldsmobile fan, so but yeah, this took a while to actually come up with, but I was working with Danny. I do this every time. Dick's Stock Car Garage. He does a lot of printing, and I worked with him to try and get the measurements down, and it was a work in progress. Now he told me originally to get a resin printer, but I think I've brought this up before to other people. Yeah, that's basically what. Yeah, use a little bit of filler maybe. Yeah, I've not actually owned the 442 yet. I've owned a 68, a 77, 79, and an 86. And I've loved all of them. I just think they're, and it's GM car. I know it's just like the Monte Carlo or whatever, but I just like the Oldsmobile. I just wish they hadn't stopped making them. I mean, they could have made some better cars. I didn't like the way they made them look now, but. Well, then you're good to go there, the fingers. I wish it were that simple. I'd have some beautiful looking cars. Wouldn't even have to paint them. Oh, really? Was it that bad? I haven't tried yet because I need to go buy the sandpaper, but I mean, I haven't tried to print any since then because I got the one I was going for. 66. Yeah. Oh, my 77 was 4-door, but it had the 350 rocket in it. It was white. I bought it for $175 from a guy who was just getting rid of it because he got a new car. Lots of, yeah. Well, I've run out of kind of things to say here. Yeah, 4-door. I know. It wasn't cool. It was when I blew the other car off the stoplight. Decent resin that'll instant. Yeah, I don't mess with resin, but I know it can be. This stuff gets pretty brittle depending on what you get. You got to get, I guess, a PLA plus on there now. But I mean, it's pretty sturdy. It got a little bit of flex to it. But if you take a regular plastic body car, take that out. I mean, it's got a lot more give than, and you're not worried about cracking it. So when I made this in the 143rd, I actually was trying to get the stuff out of the supports that were in it, and I had my thumb on this part, and it snapped inward. So they're kind of brittle, but I think this is thick enough that, it's going to take an impact. It's just not. I will let you know more when I get there. I kind of put it on the side as soon as the 125 kits came out. I mean, yeah, that's my problem. I have way too many projects. I'm trying to work on too many things at one time, and so now Delta 88 with the 455. There we go. The car has to be there on the 19th of July, George. I need to read the highlights again. Maybe I can get one together. Okay. So 19th of July for the land barge. Or is that the... Wait a minute. Am I getting it right? Is that the land barge, or is that the... What you were... Those... We were just talking about them. Thanks for coming out, George. Okay. All four. Thank you, Dave. You guys both said it kind of at the same time. All right. There is a light on in there. It just sometimes doesn't click quite on quick enough. So I just need to read the proxy, the details on it again. Yeah. Glad you made it, George. We're just working. I was originally going to solder tonight, and it didn't work out. I'll catch you up now. So I've been working on get this camera thing right. Been trying to work on the frame, and I tried to do a little solder up here originally just to see if I could still do it, and it didn't stick. So everybody was suggesting I go to a higher heat. I've got the same Weller soldering iron as Harry does, so I've had it on 3.5, 3 3/4, like he said in a video 3 years ago. So, because I always go back to your guys' videos and try and reference so I can make sure I'm doing things right. Or Dave's. I went back to Dave's today too. Yeah. Thank you, DJ. I'm glad you came by. It's a different time frame there. Got things to do. So yeah, I will learn this. Like I said, I know I could do it because I've done it before with the 130, the 132 car. Like I said, you can pick those kits up at Slot Car Corner, and I suggest everybody at least try at least once sometime. What flux am I using? The flux I was using is this Kessler 186. It's the one that I was talking about. Well, you probably weren't here, but it ate my bottle cap off and it spilled all over the place. So I only have a little bit of it left. And then I've got what Harry uses in the big 32-ounce bottle sitting in the room on the shelf. I've never used it yet, though. More heat, more flux. That's what I have to stay clean. Yeah, I'll grab it real quick. Make sure I got it right. Yeah, because I picked it up. Turn the bottle the right way. I haven't even opened it. Picked that up when you guys were doing the 132 kits. But it didn't come in before I was ready to start, so I had bought that. I can't even remember where I bought it at, Amazon or something, so I got it in one day so I could get started. The iron on what you're soldering for. Yeah, I was trying to do that tonight. But it kept just balling up, and then the flux was all the way down the sides of the tongue, but it wouldn't stick. I think I didn't scratch the surface enough to get it cleaned off. It made yours way better. So then maybe I should just switch over. I can do that. That's not a big deal. How thick is this? Yeah, that's what the problem is. I was showing it earlier. I don't even. It came with one of my soldering irons I had previously. It's pretty darn thin. I guess I'll put my finger up to it. It's really small. Get the camera to, but it's I don't know what the ratio is. That's what I don't know. I can't read it. The print is so small. I don't know if I can get it to come up on the camera. Well, I think I'll do it with that light better. Get to come up on the camera. Maybe it'll. Yeah, it looks like. Is that 60 or 80/40? I can't tell if that's a 60 or 80. You get 60/40. Yeah. So this is 80/40, I guess. I don't know if it is or not. Honestly, when I bought it, it just came with the soldering iron. And I bought it off Amazon, so it was whatever came with it. Try and bring it up again because I got the experts in here. I'd like to know. Come on, focus. Oh, now I can't get it to focus again. Anyway. Oh, I'll need way more heat for that. Okay. Well, I mean, it'll break down pretty easily. I used it on the other car, but yeah, it was not wanting to stick to this at all. Then the other stuff I got is that thick stuff you saw the other day, Dave, and I don't want to use it because it looks like it's way too thick. I'll just make a big mess. Can't even see where that is. I think I threw it in here. And again, don't know what it is, so that's how it came, was just in a little reel. So it's too thick. I mean, that'll be everywhere. So I guess I need to stop by Lowe's or Home Depot or something tomorrow. Oh, good night, Ted. Have a great evening. It's going to be another hot one again tomorrow, by the way. Wasn't too bad with the breeze today, though. Yeah, Ted's my neighbor. He lives really close to me. Haven't met him yet, no. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much more to say about it right now because I didn't accomplish what I was going for. But like I said, I got the wheelbase. Let's go back over here to it. I've got wheelbase set up on it. Get the camera onto it, right? If I get it was I moved the pins earlier, so if it's sitting right, it should be right where it's supposed to be. And then I moved the tongue just a little while ago to show the stiffness of it, but it was just right outside like right in where that curve of the where the bumper's going to go. It was sitting pretty. So no, I don't. I guess I could switch to this stuff, but see, I'm having a video and everybody else is teaching me while I'm here doing the. But I appreciate it. No, I really do. The soldering tip was 10 when I got it. So I started with that. It was already 10, which I thought was odd, but it had 10 on it. It's a. Let me put that somewhere else. It's a flat. Oh, let's see here. focus. Focus. Trying to get it to come in. What a phone. I'm trying. It looks like a really small flathead screwdriver. That's kind of what it looks like. It looks like you'd bring it into your finger and push it this way because it's flat going across and then it's beveled on each side. I have other tips. I've got that one, which is man, it was focusing a lot earlier today. It was doing fine. But it's a real small point. And I've got this one, which is, God bless it, come on. And then this one looks like a spade. It's really not going in very well detailed. And then I've got, I think, a pointy one over there off one of my other sticks. And it's ruined. You say it's a solder, Pat? Yeah, because you said you were pretty good at soldering. Oh, try it that way. I didn't think of that. Let's get the camera angle. Well, it does work. So then if the solder's that way, so I can get it back to the light. I need more light in there. Turn it sideways. Just didn't want to work with that. I need to return it too. I'll get the camera action down eventually. Will it work with the finger? Not the fingers. Will it work with the finger? There we go. That's about the best I can get it right at the moment. Let's see here. 60-40 solder and stay clean flux. Turn the iron. Basically throw it all the way up, I guess. I'll gladly throw it away. I spilled that the other day. It got on my toe. And it actually numbs your fingers and your toes. And I got it washed off pretty quick, but my toe's still a little black on that one corner. Doesn't hurt or anything. There's nothing. I mean, everything works on it. Just got a little darkened area on my skin. I'm gonna die. So yeah, I got all these experts in here. I appreciate it. I had to go live to get all my experts together. See, this was the plan. I know. Some of it's arrogance, but I was a straight A student in school. I always dumb myself down around other people. But I don't always get everything either, so it's just something new. That's all. 10 the iron. Okay, I read that one. That's the difference in my side. So throw this crap away. Dave, it's gone. Use my side. Okay. Oh, I think I got it. It's just I sound lack of confidence talking in front of you guys about it. That's what it is. Is that your peers? I don't want to look like an idiot, but at the same time, I need to know. I need the knowledge to to know how to do it properly so I don't look like an idiot. Double-edged sword. Sorry, I gotta clean up now. All that up. I spent a whole day cleaning this room the other day. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and you weren't here, George. So I was going to work on that 132. But today when I went to get the paint for my Mercury, I picked up the 71 Olds 442. I can't help it. I'm an Oldsmobile guy. So I got the body from the 132, which I got sand and all that stuff, put body filler in. But now I can do a 125. So I was originally going to do 2 Mercuries, but now I think I'm going to do the Mercury, and this one first. Unless I go get a proxy car, I can do that tomorrow. I don't think I'll get all 4 categories, but I can try and get one of them once I have the right supplies. Oh, I didn't even see you there, Slot Craft Master. And you're the one that said about the palm. Damn, sorry, man. How you doing? Yeah, it's just going to take practice. I'm sure you guys started there too, so. Nobody's home. Hello. I'm not one to give up. No, it's dinner time. What'd they buy you tonight? Is it $1 a night from McDonald's, if there's even such a thing anymore? Or is it $30 a night for McDonald's for a sandwich? Now go eat your dinner. Oh, you got to cook. What are you having? I'm a little far away, but can you put it on? Give me a rain check. Good night, Shotgun. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. You leave it to you there, George? Is that what I said? See, right all? Well, hello. Is it Toju? Is that how you say it? Oh, so you are leaving. That wasn't right. It was supposed to be night all. So good night, George. Appreciate you stopping by, and I appreciate the helpful tips. We'll get this going. I'll show you guys more. It was your fault I was trying to do this on a live anyway, because you were mad at Marty. I said I wasn't going to let that happen to me. It all starts somewhere. But we've been on here for almost an hour and 24 minutes. But nobody's home was here, so, Still got Mike. Yeah, I still got quite a few of you in here, don't I? 16. That's not a bad number. Again, I'm not about numbers. I just like to have a good time. I try not to take things too seriously. You out of here? Chris says he's out of here too. I'm reading and I'm not seeing this stuff. Oh, later, Chris P. Glad you stopped by, man. I really need to learn how to read this a little faster. I hope everybody's having a good time. It didn't go the way I had it originally planned, so I ended up moving it up an hour. I originally was going to cancel it all together, and I was like, no, I'm not going to let everybody down on that, because I had set it up Monday or Tuesday, whatever it was, and I was like, no, I would just come up with something. So here we are. It was supposed to be, it's called a no-nonsense Thursday anyway for a reason. It's just so we can all get together and chat about stuff. I just thought it was that's kind of what we came up with the last time I did it 2 weeks ago when I did a Thursday live. It was just no reason. So we call it No Reason Thursday. Everybody can come in, talk about what they want to talk about. Yes, Gary, he is. He's got two posts now. Yeah, you need to welcome him. Oh, well, Shane, you are still here. I wish you could send a pic right now. Yeah, like I said, I originally planned. Yeah, that was my plan. I was going to start it in front of everybody while trying to chat with everybody. You know, I thought it'd be a relaxing kind of good time. You guys get to see something because I'm tired of showing things that are not complete. If that makes any sense, if you've seen my videos, just got too carried away with. I was trying to be in too many different directions on my layout with my cars. I buy way too many cars. Those you didn't see, I did get the WRX. That was, if you weren't here earlier, the only one I could find in the United States, and it's the blue one. And then haven't even had a chance to run it because I still got to do that bridge underneath in my cave area. Because when I switched to put the train on top, I had to change the layout underneath it, and when I did, I now I got to build another little bridge or a platform to support that part of the track, but because I had to move it forward. So, and I haven't had time to even mess with that. And it's Father's Day weekend this weekend, guys. I usually do a post. I good chance I still will, but yeah, it's Father's Day. Who knows what kind of slot car pandemonium fun you'll receive from your kids? I probably will not receive any of that kind of stuff. I can't get them interested in it. I have tried. Yeah, like yeah, Pat, you were saying that about your son. Yeah, I got one that'll race with me every blue moon. He'll come over and he'll actually go down and race a few laps, but he's not really racing me. He's just trying to drive around the track as fast as he can, throw it off. That's why I give him the poly car, yeah, BRZs and stuff like that. But he has his own car. He's got a little Honda by Scale Electrics. How do you say it now? And it can't hold the track for nothing. Darn Scale Electric cars. But Pat, we need to broaden your horizons on cars. No different uses the sound media room. No, you can never have too many cars. But sometimes you spend them on cars when you need to spend them in other places. Like, you know, I like the digital side, so I've been wanting to. There's a lot of career cars I have that are not digital. I haven't bought any chips for them, but I keep buying more cars, which means I got to get more chips if they don't have digital in them. I'm just getting. It's called getting behind. But it's hard to spend. Here in the States, it's what, 30. You can get them for $32 for the chips. But $32, I can buy another car. So you kind of go, well, what do I'd rather have the other car. It's more exciting. Because with my track, I can run either or. I can run digital or analog. So Newport. Who bought that? Let's see here. Maybe a crushing chip. SCX. My understanding is there's a way to do it, but it's more complicated than just stabbing a chip into it. I've got a couple of SCX CUDAs, and my understanding, because of the way they're set up on the inside, I don't think you can chip them like that. I'm not even sure you can chip them, but I think Dave Kennedy said at one time you could, but it's a little more complicated. Yeah, the slotted chips, the Slotnick chip, it works well. It was an SP43. I don't know if the name were changed on the slotted ones. You got the Carson chips for the Scale Electric and Pioneer. Which one's one of Pat's favorite cars? Pat, quite a few cars there. But he did forget to mention his Revo slot there. He did. He mentioned Revo slot, but he never actually showed that he had that Mercedes down there. I saw it. Yes, the FT chips do fit in small spaces. I think they're the smallest chip out there. Just could put a little putty, or in my case, I used just a piece of red duct tape and kind of put it across the chip and held it down on the body, and it worked fine. But I tried that light kit I tried to put in. It was just something with solder with the battery on that one. Otherwise, it would have been with that slot neck chip, and that car would have blown your mind because it looked really good with the exhaust flaming, and because it like twinkles in the back exhaust, and just couldn't get it working. But yeah, Racetracks, when you get, I'm going to ask you again, when are you going to put another video out, man? I love his. He's fucking racing. Oh, he's taking the freaking lead. I always enjoyed them. Yeah, the FD slot. I can't say the word, so they're good chips. They're small. Yep. You're looking at it. Pat's slots. So it goes Pat's blank slots. So if you're a Scale Electric fan, be warned. No, I thought it was really good. That was a good topic to bring up because it is hit and miss on those cars a lot. Yeah, it's crazy. But it's hard not to buy them because they make the cars that the other companies are not making. So you kind of lean that way. I think I've got. How many do I have? I don't have a lot of them, but I got at least 12 Scale Electric cars, I think. Maybe more. Either 12 or add 3 more onto that. I'm thinking of them in 3 sitting on the shelf, so. No free Scalies for Pat. Yeah, Pat, we need to get you some different cars. We need to like I said, we need to broaden your horizon on those. Maybe a slotted car. Although, you might not like those too much. Their plastic's a little thin. I like slotted cars, but you want nothing from no one. Well, fine. Be that way. We're just trying to be friendly. All right, everybody. Let's see if we can get a hold of his address somehow, and we all send him a car. Let's bombard him. We got to break him from the Scale Electric. They got their claws into him. I'll get too close to the phone now. I don't look for anything out of the suppliers. Screw that. Oh, see, there Shane's got the address, guys. So pick out a car that you want to give him and send it on its way. Carreras will work. Good job, no drama. Like I said, I watched both of them. Shane actually alerted me to his first one. And sorry, Michael, I kind of jumped off subject. But yeah, have a good night. I appreciate you stopping by. I really appreciate the information you gave me. I will try to put this together. I'm still going to put it in front of you guys. So we'll just set it up for another night. But yeah, have a good night. And we'll see you again soon, I'm sure. No, Pat. I don't know how long I had been talking to you in chats, and then, yeah, Shane actually, I got up one morning. He said, you need to check out, he's got his first post up. And I'm like, oh, okay. and I knew you had one because somebody had said it already in another channel. I think I want to say the night before, but I hadn't seen it or heard, even saw it on my YouTube page. But anyway, Shane told me about it, and I watched it that morning. I was like, wow. You had me laughing a lot, though. And then I realized you had the second one, and I watched it. Well, thanks, Gary. I guess you're going to head out, too, so have a good night. These will get better. I actually like the lives better than the other because I feel like I can actually talk to people. When you do a post, I'm not really here. I want you guys to say something about it, and I'll figure it out later. Not that I'm not going to do those anymore, but we'll have a better chat. I still want to keep you guys engaged with. I'm going to work this car in front of you, because I think everybody wants. I think a lot of you want to see the Cobra car happen. So, and that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm excited about it, but like I said, good night, everyone. Happy racing. Oh, are you out of here too, John? Yeah, it's getting late. I've been on here for an hour and a half. I mean, I have nowhere to be at the moment, but if some people want to stay on, I can chat a little longer. I just have to be in bed by 9:30 my time, which is an hour away. So, good night, John T. I'll see you again. I'll probably see you tomorrow somewhere. You always seem to be there where I go, or do I seem to go where you go? Well, you got to run too. Sure, your lives are fun, Eric. Yeah, I gotta go, man. Thanks for the kindness before you eject out. No, you could sit there all day. If I was a weekend, I could sit here all day, all night, and keep going. It's already 9:30 there. Wow. Yeah, that's right. Because you're over. Yeah, you're an hour ahead of us. Yeah, get all that grass stuff off of you. Ugh, that'll be itchy. So, Toju, thank you for stopping by, man. I'll see you again. That room. Have a great rest of the week, everyone. Are you out of here, Chew the Fingers? My brother? Yeah, Gary, definitely check him out. I think you'll like it. Again, new perspective on everything. Well, it wasn't what I had planned, the fingers. So I still apologize for that. And I did. I was setting up when I got home. I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I had notes written down over here. I mean, I actually prepared this. And then I decided to go ahead and do a little solder to make sure I had it up. And then I couldn't get nothing to stick. And I'm like, well, this ain't going to work. So I was ready to cancel the whole thing. But then I was like, no, I told everybody I'd be here. And I want to stay consistent with talking to everybody. So, but yeah. But you have a good night. Oh, you're still here to the end? Okay. Okay, fingers. I know I could count on my brother. But yeah. So what are some things people I mean, I've been doing all the talking. You guys are more than welcome to bring up anything. That's what this is supposed to be for. Shane, you bonked your head a few times yet underneath that table? If he doesn't answer, I guess he knocked himself out. I'll give it a couple seconds. We'll see. If not, we might need to call 911. Is it 911 in Australia? I know there's another one in here that can tell me that. Oh, Betty's holding the line. How did I know? Because that's what would happen if I got underneath the table. That's how I know. Or is you talking to the fingers knowing about Betty holding the light? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could have been unconscious. We were looking out for your safety, Shane. Yeah, you guys are all on daytime right now, and we're finishing up our evening. That's the other problem I have is there's so many channels, and I try to keep up with everybody. But then when you do that, I have a tendency to sit down to watch it, and I won't go do anything. Now Marty's live. I usually play it on the TV in that room, and I walk around and start doing things. But you get the what? Steel rack ears installed at least. Oh, okay. Wheel, wheel. He says it again. Autocorrect. 000 in Australia. Yeah, I can really see it. I hate that damn heartbeat right there. Why can't they put that somewhere else? Ugh. See, now for the complaint part of my live. Oh, well, let's start. Where do I start? Cars are getting too expensive. I don't think they're getting too expensive. They're raising their prices. Just nobody's paying us more. I think they want to keep us in the hole. Um, yeah, I'm not going to get into politics. That's not a good idea. Because if I get involved, I think Shane might jump out from underneath this table, hit his head again. Might actually knock himself out that time, so he can get his words in on it too. He's under there going, "What? What'd you say?" I'm trying to figure out if somebody will comment so I can see the rest of Pat's freaking 000 in Australia, but you have to wait 4 hours for them to arrive. What's the 000? Oh, that's the 911. Yeah, I'll bet. Because Australia's kind of spread out, isn't it? At least that's what I've gathered from talking to Shane. Yeah, beer. I'll be better in just a few minutes. By the time they get here, I'll be good. Uh, actually arrived. Arrived. They actually arrived down your way. What? Oh, they actually arrive. They don't arrive at all, Shane. That's not true. I've heard the fire trucks or whatever it is outside. The sirens going off outside your house before. Matter of fact, you just had a video with sirens going off when you were looking at my package. It was a sign. Sorry, I'm catching up on the chat here a little bit. It is the fingers. Yeah, that's the biggest problem now. Is they were talking about it at Shenanigans. Who was it that brought it up? I can't remember his name now. Which one of you brought it up? But they said, is there room for more creators? And my honest belief is, yeah, there's room for all of us, no matter who you are. Who doesn't want to hear a different point of view on things? Kind of like here. Yeah, Betty search and rescue. They didn't fathom too well. They kind of other than I got poo in my face, but you know I captured the team pretty quick, or my team captured his team pretty quick. But I knew the real secret. Betty talked to me and Santa about it, and that's what she decided she needed to go home for now. That's right. Yeah, Thunderstruck would be a good one to play. Some ACDC, yeah. You know what though? He's a big Van Halen fan. Maybe Maybe he should play some Van Halen. What would be a good one for him to play out of that? Go off 1984 album. Wait. Born Homie or Cold Chisel? What? Bon Homie. Eruption. Huh? Bon Jovi was Bon Homie. uh, they overplayed him here in the States. I got tired of listening to Bon Jovi back in the day. And I'm an 80s guy, but Bon, yeah. You have that one, Shane? Bon Homie. Nope, that'd be a good name, wouldn't it? Oh, shit. Darn spell check. It gets us all. That was way that way. Okay, so we're going with Thunderstruck so you can find if there's any loose connections. Okay. Yeah, bounce that bass off of it and all your stuff starts moving around on your table. That's what I was saying. Yeah, Bon Homie. Thunderstruck. Well, now we need to have you do a live video so we can hear it. Because now I think everybody's ready to hear Thunderstruck. We can't do that, can we? Copyrights. I'll say it again. If I buy a song, that gives me the right to play it. What do you say? Oops. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Crew. The old Crew's good. Put Betty on the subwoofer. All I'm reminded of is, you guys ever see that Sylvester Stallone where he drove the F1 cars? And she goes, the vibrations are running up my spine. Oh, God. Yeah, shut up, devil. Yeah, I remember seeing that album the first time on the school bus. Jesus. Some guy he showed me the album and he's like, what do you think of these girls? I said, they look ugly. You look good because they're guys. Oh. Yeah. I should have got her a tattoo of Slot Car Wildman put on her shoulder or something. That would have been hilarious. Well, I could talk to Santa. We could get her back here real quick. Tattoo her, send her back, and Shane will never know she was gone. Retract it again, to fingers. Is everybody being, we are all imagining right now that he's playing Thunderstruck and we're trying to figure out what his layout's doing? We need to take a moment of silence. I have not heard of Cold Chisel. Are they an Australian band? And I listen to a lot of different music, so I don't stick to one genre. Huh. Might have to look that up. Cold Chisel. Let me write that down. Always up to listen to something new. All right. That'll be something I probably put on before I even go to bed tonight. You know, just to relax before you go to bed, right? So what are you working on right now, Craftmaster? I'm trying to remember your last video right now. What were you working on then? There's something more advanced than what I've got. So they're a 70s, 80s band. Colt Chisel was. That's one of my dad's favorite songs to fingers. And Gata Davida by Iron Butterfly. Loves that song. Matter of fact, when I was growing up, he had he had that one. I got big on the Eagles because he had every single record. And then I heard recently that he just put them out on the curb for free, all the records. I'm like, why would you do that? It's Star Wars, the original, record, the LPs. I'm like, why would you do that? I would have taken them. Doing a new garage and race control tower. So a do-it-yourself or a magnetic racing. Have you guys seen that garage? Oh, I don't know if I have room for the full size, but I'm thinking about getting the front because I think I can put it underneath the track and kind of make it look like the garage is underneath the tracking. Only have 400 left. I don't have near what I used. I mean, I used to buy cassettes, so yeah, I ended up finally getting rid of them all, and that was a mistake. I could kick my own ass for that one. Yeah, that new gas station looks great. I was impressed by it, especially since us in America, we kind of know that's what they used to look like. Like I said, I think it's too big for what I need on my layout. Not if I want to add some of the other stuff they have. So I thought about just getting the low relief. My dad still has an 8-track player that he plans to put in another car one of these days. It's still in great shape. He had it. He bought an old Dodge van and he had it there. That was our camping van. And then he took it out and got rid of the van. But anyway, he kept saying he was going to put it in another car. And it's been years and I hadn't heard anything about it. But I was talking to him one day about something and 8-tracks came up and he's like, "Yeah, I still got that 8-track player. I need to put it in." Now my dad drives I think he's got a Pathfinder and a like. You imagine they pull up in the Oil Bay area, they go to move his car in, they're like, what the hell is that thing? But 8-tracks, I mean, I grew up on 8-tracks. They were great. Used to listen to ABBA on 8-track. A lot of country. Craig. Sold my Craig 8-track player tapes. Still have my... Yeah. Some things you just can't get rid of. I've got a CD collection, but yeah, I kind of switched over to the whole phone thing. But that you lose your money on that because I was subscribed to Amazon, and also they started having issues where you couldn't even get to play half the time. So I unsubscribed from it. Well, they took all the songs, most of the songs that I had bought off there, they took them with them, and I'm like, how can you do that? I bought the song. Saying the Mexico gas station crazy cool. Yeah. I'm just thinking of all the things you could do with that fuel station. And it's Texaco as well, yeah. Actually, the sign was pretty cool, but if they've already got that one that does the blinky blink that you see on Shane's layout, it'd be hard to go to the non-lit one. Maybe they should add the blinky blinky one in there for... Might have to raise the price a little bit, but you know. or if you can put it between a lane going this way and a lane going the other way, put it in the middle of the two. You can have the blinky one on the main side of the building and then have the other one on the other side, so there's like a back way to pull in if you're doing your scenery right. That's what I'm thinking anyway. And I need the room that Pat has. Look at the size of that garage he's got. Of course, he's got his other toys in there, so that you can't take it all. Yeah. There's a lot of options for that station. Then all I could think of when they posted is all I could think of was their zombie layout from the Slot Car Festival. And I was like, you could really do something with that gas station. Mine will be a Christmas/zombie world? No, I can't do that. Doesn't fit that way. No, that's not true. I can make any story happen I want. Pat's Garage Spectacular. I'm agreeing with Shane on this one. What do you think, the fingers? I don't know who all is still here anymore. How many we down? We're down to 10. So there's 10 of you. What do y'all think? He's going to need that space once we all send him a car. Just got to figure out what kind of cars he really, really likes. I think he wants more of those trucks he's got up there. The one next to the cab, I have that cab. I haven't got to run it very well either, but I've got it. Now the only one I pre-ordered out of the ones for this year, I didn't pre-order the Porsches, but I'm hoping there's enough of them so I can get one. But the other one's the Batmobile, which is, I don't know when that's coming out. So technically you could put one in one shed and then your other toys in the other shed, and you could have the biggest layout in the world. Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. Or we just find the most hideous, ridiculously funny car that we can find and send it to him. And then he's got to review it on his channel. Yes. Like, we'll make him an ice cream van. Get an ice cream van or something. Yeah, he got out of the garage. He's got his own little space now. Yeah. Harry Potter bomb. I wanted to put a pole barn out back, but yeah. My wife opted for the pool instead. Now I don't have room for that big of a pole barn, but I live in town, but yeah. Gary Potter has a nice listen to. Gary Potter. You mean Harry Potter? Or are you trying to say Gary Potter? Oh, well, see. He's got more toys than he's letting us on to know about. I mean, he only got 2 videos. We got to give him a chance to let us know. Chinese knockoff. Hip hop. Yeah. I got it on the budget side of town. Right, the fingers. Oh man, you're cracking me up. I needed a good laugh tonight, though. Jesus. He's not responding, so you might be right, the fingers. Yeah, he's in a daze. Ah. That's funny. That's too funny. I hope he told somebody he was under there because, if he does do it, if wife and daughter doesn't know he's there, they'll be looking for him. Where the hell's he at? Check the pool. It's looking a little green again. Maybe he fell in. Although he only did the Speedo thing one time early on in his videos. Trying to get the 20,000 subscribers in 1 hour or something like that. That was a brave video. Somewhat, I had to retract it. Was glue some twirling on Betty's tatas and we're in the subwoofer. How you doing, Raul? Welcome to the Laugh Olympics here. Oh, I'm sorry, that name's already taken. Yeah, that's right. There are Star Wars undies. That's what we're talking about. I don't know if I'd ever go out in my skippies. He never did say if he got those 20,000 off that. The numbers aren't matching. What are you doing, Chris? Oh, that's right. It's early for you guys still. No, I was talking about your thing earlier, Raul. Some of the things you brought up, I kind of brought them up over here as well. And I was like, yeah, we were talking about it over on the other channel. So that was a good show you had tonight, by the way. That was interesting. I like the questions. Just wish more people would answer them. I answer them even though I'm not on the live, but no, it was good. Yeah, I won't lie though. I really wanted to see Pete do his rant. I really did, because he was mad when I seen his Sunday show, or was it Sunday afternoon show, which would be his Monday. He couldn't wait to get to the shenanigans so he could cuss about it. So yeah, it was an interesting one. Then he got sick. I guess he got so bad he got sick about it. It is. I mean, just like who was it that said that? I was telling these guys the same thing. I said somebody brought up, is there room for more content creators? And I'm like, there's always room because there's always going to be different points of view. I mean, some of us, we all have different points of view. I mean, we share some that are alike, but yeah, I thought it was a great topic. Because I think there's room for everybody. Now, is there room for everybody to watch every video at every second of the day? No. Sometimes you might have to catch up. So, no, I thought it was a great show. Fully entertained. And I came over here to try and entertain these guys and stuck my face in the mud. I was supposed to be soldering my 125 car tonight, but it didn't happen. And Dave and them were all here. Dave, Michael, God, everybody was here. Tad, they told me what I needed to do, so we'll get that going. Oh, did you get it right before you came over here to Fingers? Yeah, it was a good show. I don't know if I'm doing a great job. It's like I said at the beginning of the show, I try not to take things too seriously. I mean, I have to do that at work. I have to do that with decisions around the house. When I come to this, it's a hobby. I'll get there when, and somebody else said it earlier. Get it done when you can get it done. I'm like, that's kind of how I feel about it. But I was trying to do it all because I, you know, hate showing you guys the same videos of things that are not accomplished. Yeah, that building's been over there for almost a year now, and I still sit in the same position it was before, or it may have been moved on the layout, but it still hasn't been built. But look, I printed out a couple things I can throw on the table. Yeah, you're exactly right. The fingers. There's so much information out there, and I won't lie. I live off some people's point of views because you go, man, I hadn't thought of it that way. So yeah, you can learn something from every channel because everybody's got, it's basically like a bookstore. You got all this information. You just got to know where to look for it, you know. And there's so many different characters in this hobby now, and there's so many. I mean, there's not enough, but there's so many of us already. I think it's great. I just can't keep up like I used to, or like you used to. The fingers, you always were the first one there. I know you're struggling too. Nobody forgets you there, though. I don't think Racer X ever answered my question either. I'm ready for another race from him. I love his races. I like his little. It's what is that? A little bar right there that separates from the track. Is that my understanding of what that is? It kind of looks like a podium where you guys stand up there to race from. People do make the community, and like I said earlier, sometimes people get their feathers ruffled, but in the long run, this community's been amazing. It's just like Raul just talked about that too. I thought it was so cool that they were all over there meeting for the first time. I mean, I don't know how I'd react if I met one of you guys, in person. I'd be like, "Well, who are you?" You know, I've known you for over a year, the fingers, but yeah, I wouldn't. I'd be shy. Like I think Raul said, you kind of shy away because you're like, well, now we actually got to talk in person, and what do we talk about? Or, but yeah, uh, I like watching everybody's stuff. Anything I can grab, and I usually try to finish it unless something comes up and I have to take off. Oh, you're walking the dog? Well, my dogs need to go out before I go to bed. Uh, the question was, is now I forgot the question. When's your next show? And isn't that like a little bar you got built there, where your podium is for all your drivers to drive from? Where it looks like a bar. I've never seen the whole thing. I just see the little front area of it to go around your track. So, but I've always liked watching your races. They're hilarious to me. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I mean, yeah, I was with the MP, Raul, Marty, um, a few others. I can't remember them all off the top of my head, but yeah, and everybody they were so welcoming. It was easy to walk in and just. Then when they started talking about this was last year, and I think March is when you guys were talking about roll, or you brought it up to hit that record, like you said earlier tonight. Um, yeah, I decided to go ahead and give it a try. I suck at it. I'm still getting better, but I sucked at it, and I have a tendency to repeat myself when I haven't planned out the whole conversation. So that's why you hear me say, and anyway, because I'm going, yep, I'm getting ready to repeat what I just said. Unfortunately, it must be a different reason. No, no, you only have one video up. You sure? A different racer XX? Why don't we throw one more X in there? I could have sworn it was you. Well, if not, I need to see your video. I know I'm subscribed to you. Let's take a look at it again. I'll turn the circles. I don't have the gimbal. I got this little. It's supposed to follow you around, but I tried to use it last time, and I had my 3D printer going, which was right next to it, so it picked up off it and it turned, and I couldn't get the focus back in on me. The Irish guy. Was he Irish? I was thinking Canadian. There's storm one tonight and tomorrow, so I need to break it down. Oh man. Any of you guys that don't watch Facebook or follow Chris, which I think everybody does, he just got his track out. So we were ready, and now he's talking about storms, so he had to take it back down. That sucks. Oh, new layout coming next week? All right. Okay, well, I apologize. You're still more than welcome to be here. When's your next video, Racer X? You said you only have one, so let's get another one going. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. He goes, yeah, we got the fucking guy. Is he? I guess he is Irish. Maybe he is. I don't know. But I was thinking it was this Racer X. I apologize. That blood on my face. I'm sorry. That won't mean I don't still want to watch your videos. No, you're supposed to quote like the crow. It can't rain all the time, Chris. Yeah, wind would be a problem. Heck, it's got the stainless steel. You got this Carrera, so it's got the stainless steel rails, so rain wouldn't be an issue necessarily. Unless you're driving the cars while it's raining and it's throwing it up there in the engine. But at the same time, I think that would be fun. No, you do it at your own pace because, yeah, life gets in everybody's way. I mean, I'm supposed to be finally working on that damn tech this weekend. Not looking forward to it because this weekend's temperatures are something in the 90s on Saturday, high of 95 on Sunday. Hopefully the humidity's not with it, but it was supposed to rain today, I thought, here, but it didn't. But it was pretty warm when that sun's hitting you. And of course, I stand next to a stainless steel tanker, so that stuff just ricochets off and you get hot pretty quick. He sent me a photo. I can't look at your photo, Shane, because my phone's my camera. I guess I could bring up Facebook on another page here. No, I'm not going to do that right now. Anyway. I know I'm subscribed to you. I may be subscribed to the other one, but I guess I just need to check. I'll do that after the live here. Because it's 9:14. I should probably think about getting off of here. Because it gives me 15 minutes to get ready for bed. Like I need that long. Yeah, if I'm not... No, because I know your name. Damn it. Life itself is hard. That's why we're all here. We're all here to have fun, get away from everything. It's better than alcohol. Okay, I know some people are going to argue with me about that one. I don't drink. I got the one crutch in life, and yeah, well, all of them are going to kill us anyway. Yes, slot cars help. Mine's slot cars and trains, but yeah. Because eventually I might have too much arthritis in my hands to pull the trigger, but you can turn the train on and still let it run around the track, and I can pretend. Yes, they're my golf as well. I don't understand the game of golf, but I've played it once before I went in the military just to play it. It's a bicycle track. I'm not sure what your reference is there to fingers. Hope everybody's having fun talking. Just, I'm sorry I'm not showing anything anymore. You just like to see me do a handstand? Well, too bad. I'm not going to do it. I might do a small track in my bike studio. Okay, now I see what you're talking about. So if you set it up right, you can generate energy from the front wheel on the bike to create power for your track, Chris, and then it makes the car start running around the track. See, now you got an idea right there, right? Well, I mean, they use it for lights. Why not use it for a slot car? Got you a electric velodrome. Ski electric bicycle track. Yeah. I don't know the names of any Christian tracks. I just think they're beautiful, especially with the landscaping around it. You know, trees and like in the fall when the leaves are all over the place and they're all different colors. Every once in a while, they're on the track with the cars. They put this up for his pictures on Facebook. I finally looked at Facebook the other day. I did comment. I think I commented on a couple of yours. I haven't been back to see if you commented back, but you know. Exactly. It's organic. It's one of a kind. I don't think anybody else is putting one outside. Although I have seen a couple of channels that they did, and it's like a bunch of them got together and brought in a bunch of tables, and they used that military netting over the top so they could kind of put shade down on it. It was pretty huge. I'm sure somebody's seen it. It's an older video, probably a year and a half. I don't even remember who it was, but I don't know. Marty said something about doing that thing there in Ohio. I wonder if he's still planning to do that sometime this year. Raul would probably know that one before I would. I don't know much about. I followed NASCAR for a very short period of time, so I don't really know much about NASCAR. Now, if my brother was here, he could tell you everything about NASCAR. What, do they race on a racetrack? On an angled racetrack? Is that what you're talking about, the fingers? I'm missing the conversation. I guess I'm just not understanding what you guys are talking about. brother. Am I getting too tired? I don't understand what anybody's talking about. Cleaners? Oh, really? I haven't seen that. So go to that after I get off of. Okay. Well, I'm about to end it anyway because it's 9:21. I'll go to 9:30. That'll make it what? 2.5 hours? That'll be my record or close to my first video. The last time I did a live on Thursday. So why not? Lives are a lot more fun, guys. Unless you run out of material. Can't imagine the carpet burns when they go down. That's not something we need to worry about, the fingers. Right? Yeah. At least you caught what I was saying. I'm trying to cleaners. Yeah, yeah. There's only a few in this hobby, so and I haven't seen any of them here tonight, so we're okay to say that kind of stuff. Joe's family and a 9-to-5 job. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that though. Let's start to really brighten me up a little bit. I'll get too close to the camera again. That would have been cool though if you'd gone to the Olympics. That would have been awesome. I think that's something you would have never forgot. But that was my whole thing when I was young. I just wanted the family because my family was a wreck when I grew up. I thought I could do it better, and I ended up with a divorce anyway on the first one. Yeah. No, I still think you made the right decision. Oh, you did the same thing, Chris? Do you regret it? I actually used to participate in track, but I was a football player. And I wasn't this big. I was a small guy then. I put all this on becoming a truck driver. When you sit all day long and you get bored, so what do? You reach for a soft drink or something to munch on. Mine's mainly soft drinks. That's one of my other addictions. Yeah. So he's still staying in the hobby though, or in his dream. If you're teaching it, Yeah, I do all right at table tennis. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Shane. That's why I eat more ice cream right now, too, but I can't help it. I love ice cream. Uh, Pretty good. Yeah, I like table tennis. We used to have, back when I was a cable guy, they had one in the, they brought one in finally. And after work, me and this other guy would just play it constantly. It was great. Chewits and ice cream, that would be awesome. I don't know, because if you freeze up Chewits, that'd be kind of hard on the teeth. And coffee, yeah. Who knew Chewits would get so popular from one company? You can get coffee ice cream. Yeah, right? If you want to know anything about coffee, you definitely talk to David Slaughter. Definitely. Yeah, we can get ice cream and coffee flavor here. The whole shit and shebang. What I think is funny to fingers, I used to live in Rhode Island, and that's the first time I was introduced to iced coffee. And I was like, who the hell would drink iced coffee? Blah, 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 blah. And it was real popular up there. Now, it's everywhere. People were drinking it left and right. I was like, wow, never saw that coming. Coffee and bike and slot cars for me. Nothing wrong with that. That's a good lineup right there. Ice cream like a champion. I think Shane's gonna come over and want me to send him some ice cream through the mail now. Drink of choice is a cherry Pepsi. I'm big on the whole cherry flavor thing. I used to drink I used to drink the rock stars for my morning coffee, one a day, and then I stopped doing that. I really shouldn't be drinking the Pepsi either. I'm supposed to be trying to drink a lot more water. Everybody here should be drinking water, man. It's healthier. Just don't get it from the tap. I like that Fuji water. Or Fiji. Fuji. Fuji water. I don't know about that one, fingers. Water's overrated. Our body, they say our body is what, 80%, 90% water? I'm trying to figure that out because I'd like to liquidate. I like iced tea. We used to make it all the time in the house. We haven't done it in a while. Well, guys, it's at 9:29 here. I figure we're gonna get about closing the yeah coffee to it. Shane, you'd be ordering every freaking week. Slaughter would already have the scoop on that though. Yeah, I don't think. I think I have some ice. I think there's some ice cream drumsticks upstairs. I think that's all I have in the house. All right, everybody, we need to have ice cream. Again, apologize for the night. Still had a good time talking to everybody. That's kind of what I wanted to do anyway. Um, I'll show more. Should I do this weekly or bi-weekly? I did it bi-weekly this time, but I'm not a big fan of the sea salt. I don't like salt in anything. Oh, your coffee's coming tomorrow, so you're going to be resupplied. It's not ice cream time, Shane. That's before you go to bed, buddy. Oh, you brew your own beer. No kidding. So you got it down to an art yet, there, Master? Like your slot car stuff? See, I'm going to carry this over. See, because now we got a new interesting subject. I mean, that's the cool part about we were talking about community. The same thing with the community now. It's we talk about ice cream and coffee and shit like we actually get to know each other without ever actually meeting. You know what I mean? It's based off slot cars, but we're all friends because of the slot car thing. But I don't know. Yeah, because I just like chatting with everybody. That's what I usually just do in lives. I'm trying to chat with whoever's there. I mean, I'm listening to what the people are saying, but I'm, you know, but none of them in beer. That's because you boiled it out. Sea salt, now I like caramel. I read a guy at work got some from Sam's. He got my boss. He had some sea salt caramel chocolate treasure on it. I did grab one, but I was like, man, I like that sea salt. They did that with Arby's once with the shake, the sea salt caramel, and it was ugh. You're starting to transform into a beer snob. Yeah, just the sea salt. It's just too much salt. Is what my problem is with it. And by the way, just so people know this, I did not. When I was growing up, I worked at a McDonald's once. We did not put salt on our burgers. Did you know that McDonald's now puts salt on every single burger? They actually spread salt on your burger. You have to ask for it to be taken off. I was in one and I went to the kiosk to order it inside the store because I'm a truck driver, can't pull a truck through the drive-through, and it's one of the only places I can go to get lunch like that because there's room for a truck to park there. So I go in there and I use the kiosk and I was changing it up because I don't like all the extra crap on my sandwiches. I'm usually more of a plain guy, but I was looking at the thing. He goes, more salt or no salt. I'm like, why is it asking me that? And then it said regular salt. That's what it said. I was like, they put salt on the burgers? Hudsonville ice cream. So yeah, I asked for it with no salt. The burger tastes a lot better. We got Tasty Freeze still here, the fingers. We get that quite a bit. I usually get a shake or something once in a while. Or my daughter just picks them up on the way home. She lets us know she's ordering us one. What a rush. I know for a fact most of you guys are coffee drinkers. And now, obviously, we're trying to figure out how to roast, put coffee blends in with ice cream, and go from there while making our own beer to drink with, to wash it down with. And dandelion wine, I guess. So we'll wake up with a headache, or we'll be overhung, hangover, and our eyes will be salted shut, but we'll be strung out. We'll be like ready to go, bouncing, shaking. Like, yeah, I got the camera to do that. Like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Dandelion. Isn't that in a song? There's a country song too. Not strawberry wine. That's not what I'm saying. Is it Tanya Tucker? Nope, wasn't Tanya Tucker. It was oh, she sang the song "Maybe in Memphis." Hey, it's a cheap special effect, but it works. Then you throw the mic in. I can't get the mic in the camera on here. Oh, there we go. Because I know Shane likes the color of my mic. He's envious of my mic. I didn't even ask if that was coming in really loud or not. Is that loud? Super loud? Wait a minute. Let me do it the right way. Is this super loud? Oh, yeah. There you go. The finger's getting naughty on us now. This is starting to get interesting. Maybe I should stay up. The funny thing is, the fingers used to try and keep me clear on the whole towel girl thing with Raul. I actually printed a 3D towel girl just so I had one. You know what I'm talking about, Shane? Yeah, they were doing painting figures or something one time, and the fingers was in the room already, but we were talking about, said, "Ooh, a towel girl." And he goes, it was a flag girl, is what it was. She was holding a flag behind her or something like that. And it was a little racetrack kind of scene thing, but so I made a big stink about it. Ooh, I want the towel girl. Ooh la la. And it became a thing that I would bring up every time Raul was on. And the fingers was always trying to cool me down. Relax. You're starting to get a little naughty. And now he's over here talking about vibrating or making thighs quake. Yeah, I kept waiting for Raul to ask me for my address to send me that towel girl. He never did, darn it. Because at the time, that was the only way I was going to get one. Because I couldn't find those characters. He said to go to a certain page, and I couldn't find them. So, yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. hate to leave the party while we're having all this fun, especially for these Aussies that are all up for the day. Black Betty song. Oh, Black Betty, hang blank. Oh, no, thank you, Chris. I'm glad everybody came out. And I hope everybody had a good time. That was the whole point of this thing. It's lunchtime. Yeah, so you don't need ice cream. You're having ice cream for lunch. I'll bet that's what he's going to say. You forgot the song. Yeah, Black Betty. What? Or is it Eric? It's actually ERIC. And to those who don't know, the Wildman is actually my last name. So, here he goes. And then he's going to send me a picture of eating some ice cream out of his bowl. If that's not what he's already got on there, because I know he's got some pictures I got to look at. I think that's a stereo system, though. Yes, ERIC. Because I originally came out when I first started my channel, it was Captain Caveman. Because that was my favorite cartoon character. And then I didn't think it worked with the slot car thing. And then I was talking to Raul and a couple of you guys, and we just decided to change it. And I said, yeah, we'll just go with slot car Wildman. That's what we went with. And then I had that original logo. It was kind of a cross between Santa Claus and a vampire, because I wanted to show the good side of me and the evil side of me. But then Raul helped me out and built me the new logo that I have now. I've just added some stuff to it. But ooh, there's nothing wrong with Reese Cup ice cream now. You don't like the Reese Cup? What the hell, Chris? It's making me think, man, I need some Reese's. Hey, Craftmaster, if I'm not at work, I'm in jammies. I'm telling you. Some sloppy t-shirt and some pajama pants, and I'm good to go. It's funny you say that, Chris. I do have a 3D print of Krampus that'll be coming soon, and it'll be later down in the year. But yeah, I have a plan for it. I could be Krampus. Nah, this is my love for Christmas. That's all. Yeah, yeah. I know why you're laughing. My neighbors don't care. I walk around in them all the time outside. I'll even get on my lawnmower and ride it around in my pajama pants. Now, if they get too dirty, of course, I go ahead and take a shower and I get another pair. And most of them are red, Shane would say. Yes, Wildman, the origin story. Whew. That's a lot of history there. But yeah, that's been my last name. I guess I'm descendant from Welsh. We're known for being fierce fighters. The Wildman name is what it came from. Fierce fighters, but we went to the highest bidder. We didn't take sides. Red jammy pants. That's right. I'm Santa Claus after all. What else would I wear? I think I ordered them all at the same time. It's like 5 or 6 pairs of them. Hey, we're not going to talk about what's underneath those. I didn't know we were getting into that kind of a discussion. Either I'm wearing red Speedos or going commando. There's an image for all of you. I wouldn't own a pair of red Speedos for sure. Maybe I'm Scottish too. Do you know that for certain, Shane? I mean, I've never. Actually, we got one of my kids' friends. He actually wears a kilt here over at Christmas time. He'll tell you it's commando. I don't want to know. Yes, we can do that here at the fingers. And I'd already brought up to DNA not to let Sasha watch my lives. There's got to be a place where I can just talk. Anyway, I did say I was getting off here, and see, I'm still talking. This is just like I do my videos. I tell you I'm done, and then I come up with another 20 minutes worth of bullshit scenario to bring you along just a little further. But let's get off here. I gotta get to bed. It's 9:45. My dogs are probably waiting for me to let them out and get their night treat. And y'all have a good night. I will try to do this again. I said I asked earlier, but nobody answered. But I was either weekly or bi-weekly. We'll see. It's like Thursday night's pretty open, so gonna go severe weather. Oh, it's going again. All right. Well, you be careful to Fingers and anybody that lives near him. I get through these storms, and I will talk to you all later. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really had a good time. I hope you did too. Bye. Oh, you got to click the extra button, right? No, thank you. I'm just glad everybody came out here and wanted to chat. Good night, brother.